G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome to Man Cave Tuesday. Hope you all had a ripper Easter. Now what we've got going on in this video is check out some alternative degreaser. We take Charley the Postie Bike out for a ride in the bush, and I have a little health message. We also drink some beer from Wisconsin's. Matt, Brody and Nay have a bit of a swig with me as well. Of course, we check out what Nay's up to in the woodshed, and also really in the woodshed. You'll see what I mean. Now, I got that gas adapter from Nick from Wisconsin, who also sent me some beer. I do that stabilization thing here, yeah, and we might even drink another beer from Wisconsin's by the fire. All right, so where are we going? Alternative degreaser. Hang on. It's going to be a long one tonight, so I'm not going to do all the in-between bits. I'm just going to run them one after another. Rightio guys, so I want to do a little bloody test with this WD-40. You might remember when I was degreasing the Virago 250, I used this stuff. I was at Bunnings, wanted some degreaser. They didn't have any that I could find, and then I come across this stuff, got it, and I bloody love it because it's water-based and has that real citrusy smell. Now, normally I get the stuff from super cheap. You get it on special for $2. It's degreaser, you spray it, it works, hose it off, but it leaves that lingering smell, and the idea of, you know, you're pushing all this bloody petroleum product down into the drains, whereas this doesn't leave a lingering smell, and it's water-based, so you kind of like feel a little bit better that you're putting that stuff down the drain. I don't know whether there's chemicals or if there's something bad with it, but normally the citrus stuff, it's a fairly natural thing, I think. Yeah. I've got a spot down here. So I've got Charley over there. I'm just about to take him out, and I'm going to do a bit of a video thing, and you'll see that. But Charley leaks oil. It's not a huge amount. It looks like a huge amount, but if you know, oil doesn't take much oil to make it look like it's a lot of stuff. I'm rambling, guys. So I wanted to do a test with you guys just to see how it does removing something. That's what I would use degreaser to clean up, normally on the concrete out the front or something like that. So it's WD-40 Specialist Lawn, and so this is actually designed for whippersnippers. Oh, what Americans call them, bushwhackers. We call them whippersnippers, bushwhackers. No, I think we call some. What do you call it over in the US? I can't remember now. Damn, it doesn't matter. Broadcutter? I don't know, something. We call them whippersnippers. A whippersnipper, that's what I'm bloody talking about, one of those things. And lawnmowers and stuff like that. So, powerful foaming cleaner, what is it, water-based, citrus bloody thing, removes oil, grease and residue, fast-acting, easy to rinse. So you basically, same as degreaser, you spray it on, let it sit there for a little while, get a brush, move it around, rinse it off, and you're all good to go. Except this is citrus smelling. Most probably bagging on now, guys. Now, it does say, and I'm really struggling to see this because I don't, hang on. Put me bloody short lookers on. Prolonged exposure to rubber and painted metal surfaces not recommended. So obviously don't spray this on and just leave it there. Wash it off, remove it, and then you should be right. I'm not advocating to put this on motorcycles. I've put it on the Virago's fine. Whether there's a long-term problem, hey presto. So I'm doing stuff like this, go for it, give it a go. Let's get into it, and I'll shut up now. $5 is $4.99 from Bunnings. It's pretty bloody cheap. Rightio guys, so that's what we're talking about. This bloody oily stuff, that's where his stand obviously sits. So that's what we're cleaning up. Rightio, let's oh gee whiz. Bloody smells good. Rightio guys, so I don't know, it sat there for about a minute. It really works bloody good. So now, we'll just wipe it up. Look at that. just straight up. Pretty bloody good if you ask me. So I can see there's a little bit there. So that's pretty good as it is. Now I'll just get, because they say you obviously spray the stuff on, let it sit there. You can agitate it if you need to, which is obviously what I was doing with this. And then wash it off. Bucket of water here, instead of getting in here and hosing. That's pretty much it, I reckon. Brilliant. So there we go, guys. I just gave that a quick buff with a dry rag just to clean it up. So obviously that's where his stand was. So all this was just all greasy, bloody, oily crap. And that has just cleaned it totally. Totally degreased it. So there you go, guys. If you want an alternative to the regular bloody petroleum like degreaser, I'm not saying don't use that stuff, but there is an alternative to it. I'm sure people will bloody say that there's other homemade remedy bloody types of things that you can use. Whack them in the bloody comments. But yeah, I was well impressed with that. So now it just looks like I've made a bigger oil slick. It's obviously all dusty in here. I just see there's another bloody stain. That was actually from Nay's, the intruder, the leaky fork oil. So I'll have to, I'll give that a clean up as well. And then I might clean this up in here, or I might not. Nah. Oh, Jesus. So I was just thinking, there's obviously other products, not just WD-40, that has a citrus water-based degreasing product. I mean, Bunnings, that's it's like a Home Depot, or I don't know, the other bloody places that the Americans or I don't know what the UKs have. But yeah, well worth a look at. If you find something that has water-based citrus degreaser, don't just, because that's what I obviously always did. I went, I need degreaser. What's this magic bloody citrus bullshit? You know what I'm banging on about. So give it a whirl. If you see it there and you want to give it a shot, it does actually work. You don't need that petroleum degreaser to degrease stuff. All right, I'm shutting up. Back to the man cave. Rightio, guys. So we've got a couple of stickers from a place called Paringa. Also got a write-up. Short lookers on, although it's pretty bloody big writing, but just in case. Dear Mark and Nay, thanks for all the great episodes. We enjoy them very much. You guys have become quite the regulars in our house. My son and I have done a few big trips to Cameron Corner and the Flinders Ranges, etc. With our last one being an 11-day tour of mid-New South Wales, which included some laps of Bathurst and a visit to the Dish. These days, my son and daughter travel in the four-wheel drive, and I take the mighty DR650. Good on ya! One of our favourite weekend camping places is Murray Sunset National Park up near Lindsay Point, about 40 kilometres from Renmark. We regularly do the border track, Tarparoo track, South Bore track to the Shearers Quarters, and have done Feeney's track a bit too. For supplies, in brackets more Scotch and Coke, we usually scoot down to the Paringa General Store, and we found a couple of stickers there we thought you could use in the man cave or on the sticker board. We hope you like them. Absolutely, I do. I have done a few YouTube videos of our travels too under the channel name Graham Mayer, although they are not nearly as fun as yours. Oh, come on. As you would say, keep on riding, and if you're not riding, keep on keeping on. Graham, Valerie, Kale and Emma. P.S. I used a larger font so you won't hopefully need your short lookers. Well, I put them on just in case. Cool. So yeah, there you go. So that's the Paringa and that one there. Cool. Let's whack them up. So these guys are from, what was the bloody, I don't know. It was right near Adelaide, and Paringa's near on the border of Victoria and South Australia. Anyway, so we'll put it to Adelaide. Cool. Rightio, so I reckon what we're going to do is whack... No, we'll have to go that way. That one on there. Bloody brilliant. Rightio, so obviously in Australia, and Adelaide is right there, and they're just a little north of Adelaide, and Paringa is over this way there. I know it's... Yeah. And there is the sticker. Fantastic, guys, cool, and I'll whack that other sticker up over into the man cave or in the workshop. Cool, thanks heaps. And there's the other sticker. Booyah! Alrighty, guys, so me and Charley the Postie Bike, the Honda CT110, we're just out on some of the tracks near my joint, and I don't know why the hell I end up on these bloody rocky, cliffy, crazy tracks. It's obviously, you know, as you try and just go down different tracks, you're eventually going to get to all the bloody crappy ones, which always end up being good. It's just a bit of a rough, bit of a rough going on a bloody postie bike. Righty, up we go. Hup. Oh, hang on. What's this? Oh shit, I hit neutral. See if we can get up this. Oh shit! Freaking hell! Oh, hope I know where I'm going. Oh, I can't get too lost around here. Not in the sense of getting lost and dying. All right. Oh, jeez. Leg out. Hop. Go. Oh. So why have I brought you out here? Holy shit. Oh, more of these boulders. Just while I was doing that Coober Pedy trip, there's something that I always do, that I always have with me, and that is sunscreen and lip balm. What's going on here? Don't know. Oh, lip balm. But it's something that I take it and I don't always use it, and I always get burnt on the top of my nose, just my cheek parts up there. Normally always get burnt. And I reckon I'll bloody stop in a minute and I'll show you. But after years of wearing it, and this is more of a problem when I'm so I've come out at the gold mine. Some of you guys will recognise this one, this track. Yeah, through years of having a bloody open face helmet. I like the open face helmet, I don't care what you say. There's many reasons why, and I've said it before, why I like an open face helmet. And the risks associated with it, whichever way you want to look at it, I'm happy with it. But yeah, I now have a permanent mark on the top of my nose, and I'd say it's mostly contributed to wearing an open face helmet and not always putting on sunscreen. But the Coober Pedy, where are we going? Coober Pedy trip. Come on, Charley, get up there. The Coober Pedy trip, I did. Now I used the bloody. What the hell is water doing here? I religiously used the sunscreen and the lip balm, or lipstick, biker's lipstick, every day. And I figured out a way for me to do it so that I always do it every day, which I'd never done before, and it was just so simple. But what I do is at the end of the day, when I pull up riding and you grab all your bits and pieces off the bike, and yeah, you pull certain bits and pieces out, like because I carry the stuff in my tank bag.
because I thought during the day that's where I'm going to go, that's where I'm going to get the stuff. But of course, during the day, you get off, you bloody grab a drink, you open up, you don't see the bits and pieces there to then remind you to go, put the bloody sunscreen on, Mark, and the lip balm. One thing with the lip balm is your lips get dry, so that kind of like is an indicator to do it. I'm rambling, I'm sorry guys. So what I do is each night I put the sunscreen and the lip balm and I stick it on the bench or whatever it is next to my tank bag. I don't leave it in the tank bag. Oh, go Charlie. So that in the morning when I'm packing all my gear up, there they are, they're sitting there going, holy shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, Charlie's not going to make it through that, and he certainly ain't going to jump it. Alright, so that means I've got to back down this bloody thing. Oh Jesus. Oh bugger it, we'll pull up here. Hang on a minute guys. Alright guys, so the hell was I talking about? So basically these are the things. So I got bloody what do you call it, chapstick and just normal sunscreen in a little bloody Duvalaki. So have these sitting on the bench so that when I'm packing up the bike ready to go, I see these sitting on the bench and go, right, cool, I've got to put that on my face, whack that on, and then I'm right to go. And on that trip, so I got very minimal, I didn't get any burning. I obviously got colour, you could see the colour bits. I don't know if you can see, on the top of my nose there, I've got actually a couple of red veins. I don't know what they call that, but one of the causes of that coming up, having veins there, or anywhere, is overexposure. And that's obviously getting sunburnt over and over and over on that one bloody spot. Because that's where my black, so all the black attracts the sun, so it really concentrates right on there. I also had a fight with a teacup, and the teacup won. Actually, it was the cupboard that won. So that might have been a contributing factor. But, there you go. So the point I'm trying to make, I suppose, is, guys, if you're out in the bloody, on your riding, you're riding all day and it's in the sun, whether you got, normally, I don't know, whatever helmet, it's, whack this shit on. It's and if you try and do it like in the morning, have it somewhere ready so that you see it and do it. And that's what I did on that trip. So here you go guys, we're going to whack some on. And basically that's really all I need, and I just bloody whack that on there. Whack it over the nose. I like the smell of it. Smells like I'm at the beach, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, and just bloody rub it around, get it all in there. And if you do it before you leave, because they say if you put this stuff on a little bit before time, it has a chance to soak in. Obviously you should top it up during the day, but I didn't do that. This seemed to work, just putting it on in the morning, and of course, a bit of lipstick. There you go, you're good to go. And I tell you what, I think it actually helps when it's hot. I don't know, I'm guessing this, but obviously your lips don't dry out, so that's one less thing you have to contend with. You feel kind of like hydrated. I don't know whether it helps to keep hydration in there. I'm rambling now, guys. Let's get on, Harry, and I'm going to head home and I'll take you along for a bit of the ride. Rightio, guys. Let's get Charlie started. Into gear and away we go. Oh, now just remember, there is a little gutter here. Hoppa! Rightio, we'll follow the power lines home. Oh, go. Keep him in second. No worries at all, look at that. Oh, it's just very rough. So I don't know guys, I hope that was a little helpful thing maybe to people that don't use sunscreen. I don't care whether you use it or you don't.
It's the same as I don't care whether you smoke or you don't, or whether you drink or you don't. But just putting it out there that through my experience, being on a bike, having an open face helmet, being in the sun all day, riding, that the sunscreen, without a doubt, works. I think it makes you feel better. That you know, at the end of the day, you pull up and you feel dehydrated, and your bloody face is burnt, your lips are all dry. It definitely adds to the comfort ability, and from a health point, sure, it's got to help, doesn't it? Can't hurt. Yeah. All right, guys, that's it. Oh shit! All right, lock 'em up. There we go. Jiggity, 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 wiggity. Hup. Yeah. Christ almighty. Help! Oh, it's a wild ride. Good old Charlie, eh? Just can't beat a postie bike for putting a grin on your bloody face. Woo-hoo! I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing 50 Ks. Oh shit! Down a gear. Hup. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Go, Charlie. Charlie will just keep on. He will rev his absolute guts out all day for you. Doesn't whinge at all. Bloody crazy. All right, guys. There's me bitumen road, and then I zip home. Cool. Back to the man cave.
Rightio, guys. So we're going to do something a little bit bloody different. We've got Nay sitting here. This is just a lazy Saturday.
Friday.
Good Friday. It's a lazy Good Friday. The boys are over, and I just thought we'll bloody try a beer. So Brody, you get to choose a beer. You get to look up there. Now it's obviously not going to be cold beer because it's sitting out here.
Yeah, it's not going to be hot though.
But it won't be hot.
And don't pick the one that's open. Well, he's already picked.
Badger. Jeez, you didn't even bloody think about it.
No.
Rightio, guys. So while they're bloody chit-chatting, so we've got the Badger Club. Now this is, I've labelled all these bottles. So this one's come from Mark. So Nick, sorry, he happened to pick Mark. So the last one we had was Mark. So anyway, there you go, bud. You take that. Use our special tool to open it up. No, hang on. We're going to use this one, I think. Rightio, so this is something that obviously Nay's made. She's got some magnets in it. We're going to see if it works. Hang on, can we see you? There you go for it. Hey, look at that! Bloody brilliant!
Cooler than I expected.
Cool. Rightio, wax some bloody beer. Oh, he's being all bloody technical. He's on the camera. Beautiful. All right, so here we go, guys.
Focused on pouring the beer.
Looks pretty bloody clear. Looks like beer as usual.
Because there'll be more of it.
Hey, that's pretty. What do you reckon of that, Matt?
Oh, I haven't got it.
What do you? I don't know. Call it fruity,
Ooh.
spicy.
Oh. Yeah, it's sort of fruity.
Yeah. All right. So you can read the bottle out. All right. So me and Matt are saying fruity. You're saying you don't know.
Beer.
It's beer.
I don't get no.
Nay's having a taste.
It's beer.
Well, she's having a second one.
Fruity. It's beer. It's beer.
I'm not getting fruity.
No.
Ah, it's not fruit.
See,
It's
Matt,
No.
they're just non. I know you're a beer drinker.
No, but
Yeah.
it's not fruit.
Oh, what is it?
It's a blend of Munich malt, caramel malt, and Cascade hops. So it's a caramelly.
So you've had to Google it because they didn't say anything on the bottle.
No, it says nothing on here at all. It's got a Surgeon General warning and where it was brewed.
What's the percent?
5.5%. So it's not bad.
Cool.
Pretty good. That's not
not a
cold
bad drop,
beer.
though.
It's not.
Yeah.
Warm beer is not good to drink.
No, well
that was good.
That was, yeah.
Oh, it's
I think
pretty
you
good.
find that with the craft beers, you can drink them not really
Yeah,
cold.
caramel. Yeah.
Cheers,
Mark.
Thanks for the beer, mate. Hey guys, apparently Nay's saying, gotta have one of Nick's
It's only
beers.
fair.
Yep,
Well,
I've been
like I
told.
sent them to you and you haven't even drank it.
So if we can pull Matthew
Yeah.
away from his bloody catalogue, trying to spend all his money that he doesn't have,
Oh, come off it.
you got to pick one.
The man's not wrong.
And it has to be one of Nick's.
Well, which one's next? These
That
three.
one or no, that one. Only these. One of
I
those
wanted to go for
two.
the Oktoberfest. But...
Well, you can't.
So it's just those two.
Yep.
What do we got? Moon Man or
Moon Man. No, that'd be a cool one. Remember you told us to watch Moon Man, and it was the most.
Man on the Moon?
Oh man, on the
Jim
moon.
Carrey.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and it's a fantastic movie.
Yeah, but more importantly, the Netflix special of him actually.
Yeah,
I want to watch
Jim and
that.
Andy. Pretty good actually.
Righto, what do we got?
Oh, we'll go for the Little Soldier.
Little Soldier.
American Amber Ale.
Brilliant. Rightio, open her up. Got your. Everybody got glasses.
Yes, they're thirsty.
Oh yeah, what do we got in this? Oh, look at that. That's got some colour to it. Yeah, real dark, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
What do we reckon, bud?
Fuck, that's pretty good too.
There's no swearing on this fucking video.
We'll go again. Apologies.
Oh, that's thicker.
Oh, is it like a Guinness or something?
Nah, it's not quite a stout, but it's definitely thicker than the other one. Oh, really?
Rightio, Nick, let's have a taste.
I can tell that it's caramel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, wow, that's so different. Have a try.
No, I can taste it in that one. Yeah.
Yeah, the more you drink, the more flavour you get.
I think I prefer the other one.
So the other one,
Yeah, I like the other one.
I would only know
It's still so much, very much beer.
because you said that it's caramel.
Yeah.
No, I could. That I can actually tell you there's caramel in that. Like you can taste that.
It's definitely
yeah, it's
thicker.
definitely more fun.
It's more like drinking a draft.
Yeah, it's heavier. Definitely heavier.
Yeah, no. Yeah, the other one's way better. Sorry, Nick.
Mark
You can't win them all, mate.
Mark with a C beat you here.
Yeah, Mark with a C.
Not being biased because of Badger Club, but
All right, what do we got? We got any stories on this thing or what?
Yeah, there is actually a little spiel on this one.
All right, what do we got?
I have no idea how you say that. Arnape Brewery first opened its doors in 1868 in the city of Arnape, later named Algoma. Civil War veteran and brewmaster Henry Schmiling. I think it's Schmiling. It's only got one L.
He was smiling.
Transported his barrels of beer by horse, ship, and sleigh until a hop's blood.
Slay.
With a sleigh? Does he have reindeer?
It's America. Anything's possible.
And Green Bay competition put the original brewery out of business in 1886. A new chapter in the brewery's... Fuck, that's hard to say. Brewery's history began in 2013 with a mission to create true-to-style craft brews for a new audience.
Brilliant. What do we got? How many?
Doesn't say.
Oh, it's a special blend.
It is small batch. But no.
Cool.
No percentage on this one.
That means it's off your tits. All right, guys.
Scientific term.
Cool.
I don't mind with that.
Back to the man cave. Rightio, guys. So now what we're doing, if you remember, Nick from Wisconsin sent me a couple of beers, and he also sent me this little thing. So that is a butane canister adapter. So when you've got one of these canisters, you can pop that on there and then connect your stove onto there. Now normally what these are used for, and I've said that before, is when you've got a standalone stove with a little wire that comes, a hose that comes off, which you then connect to that, and that just sits off to the side. Now what I have is one of these, which isn't standalone. That would sit on like one of those big ones, but I like using these, so I have one of these. I know most of you, all you guys know this shit, and that just sits on there. This pops on there, and hey presto, I have a really good way to stick pots on and cook away. So, because that's the way I use this and I don't have that other system, when I put this on here and then sit that on there, it's quite a wobbly duvalacky, and I said I was going to have a bit of a play to see if I could stabilize this and be able to use that, because this is way smaller than what this is, so you know, big difference. Now this is what I've come up with. It's just a bit rough. So what we're looking at, so the difference of that, how do we do it? I suppose, so I've got that compared to that. So it, whoops, it looks bigger, but this is quite an easy thing to pack. This is actually a bit of a cumbersome thing to pack, even though it is relatively small. So with that said, let me show you how it works. Rightio guys, I've just quickly set it up. So we're comparing apples with apples. So that's it. That's a really steady, that is a really steady platform that doesn't wriggle or move. You know, it's just obviously this small base is the wriggle, is this, but that's good, no worries. Rightio, so what I've done is, this is MDF, so there's one solid piece, that's a really thin piece on there, and then there's a thicker piece on top which we cut a circle. I've got some duct tape just to make a thick, hang on a minute, the dog wants to get up on the chair. You want to get up on the chair, do you? Rightio, there you go. Are you happy? You sure you're happy? Alright, can I do my videoing now? Thank you. Right, so you can see, you can make out what we've done there. So now, so all I've got to do is put this in here, and I just push down. So that now gives us a good base. Just to show you, we started off with something like that, but when I put that through, it wasn't as stable, and then eventually this can wriggle up and around. So plus that's a whole lot thicker, so that's why we went with the thinner one. Then once we put this base bit in there, that just fixed the whole thing. Right, so when I showed it last time and I put this on, it was kind of like, I twisted it and it was, see how it was a bit wriggly like that? There was a problem, and Axel Nay worked this out for me. I wasn't turning enough. You've got to go right around hard, and then once that's is solid, that will not now come off. That was, yeah, so that's, if you ever use one of these, make sure you fully turn them around, because all it is a friction fit in there. If you have a look at the, actually, let's have a look. I can get that on the camera. It's a bit dark here. When this, oh, you can't bloody see it. I just tried to show you, but it's too bloody dark, so don't worry about it. Just trust me. Now let's do this. Rightio, so we've got that in there. That is fairly stable. So whack that on there, and that is, I mean, it's not as stable as the other one, but I would be confident to actually cook on that like that. So there you go, Nick, that's my solution to making that a fairly stable, and I say fairly stable, it is usable. I would use that, no worries, for cooking on. You know, you wouldn't walk away for too long and just leave it like that, but yeah, clearly if you were going to use this particular system, you would run a stove that has the hose that runs off, and the stove is actually self-supporting. But you can use that like that. There you go. Back to the man cave. Rightio guys, so I've got another parcel. Now this has come from Tom Rogers from Sylvan Springs, Alabama. I'm not going to hold up, there's stickers, there's a book, there's rags, bandanas and all these bits and pieces. We're going to get straight into reading the note. Put my short lookers on. Here's me note. He's made it hard for me, he's got cursive writing. Alright, let's see how I go with this. Mark, I came across your YouTube channel while I was looking for a tent to take on a motorcycle trip. Your videos have been very informative and entertaining. Thought I would send you a few items, including some stickers. Hope you can use them, and I look forward to watching your videos. If you ever come to the great state of Alabama in the USA, look me up. Would love to meet you in person. Your friend Tom Rogers. P.S. would like you to know that you and your family are being prayed for. Bloody fantastic, mate. Thanks heaps. Now, okay, so what do we got? We've got a Lucas Oil lanyard. Booyah. We have, so obviously, what do we got? Tom is a member of the Christian Motorcycles Association. So this is a rag that they've obviously done up, and it even comes with a clean-up instruction. Yeah, it's got a bit of a bloody read up in there, and of course it has a bit of a Christian theme to it. So brilliant, that'll be bloody handy to have. We've got a little pamphlet here about a ride. It's Here's for Hope. Now the stickers. So we've got, at the gap there will be dragons. So obviously the Americans will know that. That's that drag, the windy road. And I think that might be at Blue Ridge Park. That might be part of that ride. Got Moonshiners 28. And then there's some in there dragons in there. Now, we've got that Lincoln Electrical, that's a bandana. American Motorcycle Association bandana. And my favourite, check this one out. Indian Motorcycles. That is cool as. Look at that. Whoops, I just got told tease up. And I've got, check this out. Hope for the Highway. So this is, I presume, because I'm not a religious man, but I embrace everybody. I don't care. But, oh geez, I tell you what, I would struggle to read those little things. But yeah, so it's obviously, I would think it's a mini Bible, but with a motorcycle theme. So thank you very much, Tom. That's bloody awesome. I'll find a spot here in the man cave for it. Like I said, just putting it out there, I'm not a religious man, but I'm open to anybody. I don't care what your beliefs are, as long as you're a good bloke or a good, I shouldn't say good bloke. If you're a good bloke, if you're a good lady, if you're a good person, that's all that bloody matters to me. Cool. Back to the man cave. Whoops. How's that, Tom? I nearly bloody forgot to put your sticker on there. That's what happens when you get called for dinner. You just gotta go. All right, so we're going to use this sticker. The other dragon one, that was a magnet. So I'll show you that stuff where I'll put that stuff out over in the bloody man cave. So let's whack that right about there. That's actually a reflective sticker. Cool. Now let's find Alabama. Rightio, so Alabama, if I think, yeah, it's actually right on that peg there. We go in, because there's Tennessee, and Sylvan Springs is just down. So bang, you're going on there, and hey presto, there is the sticker. Thanks heaps, Tom. Rightio, so we've got the Moonshiners 28 on there. That is that, the magnets on there, and I'll put the lanyard up there, and I will do something with these bandanas for sure. Cool, thanks Tom. Oh, and the book, that's where it's living. Beautiful. So, alright, this is the what's Nay up to in the woodshed, because she's not up to much, but apparently
apparently we just did the beer thing. I'm very excited to see if we can drill one of these bloody railway stakes. That's the operator. So it appears it's working all right. Have you made it all the way through yet?
Yep.
Oh, you have?
Right there.
Oh, well, that was easier than what we expected.
Yeah.
We got to get a bigger drill bit.
Yep.
So the reason why we're doing that is this bloody, I've forgotten who it is now, sorry man. This thing, it just, when you grab hold of it, it just feels heavy, solid, and then when you use it, it just feels really good. The boys reckon, yeah. So we're gonna see, obviously, if we can make one the same. So obviously drilling a hole and then we've got to cut through it. Cool, let's see what they're up to now. Rightio, so we're still going, we're going up the drill bit.
Love it.
Beautiful, I reckon that should be
Ready for
biggest size.
that. That's the biggest
That
one
is the
we have.
biggest.
Oh, cool. So now we've got to cut it.
Yep.
Barely got to cut it.
Oh, look at
Gotta trim it.
Cool.
Alright, out with the grinder.
So just nick that side and then cut a straight line there. Very good.
Grinder or drum?
Grinder, I
Grinder.
reckon. Yeah.
Well, then that'll be out there.
Alright, so we're just looking at this one. Basically, that's all we've got to do.
Yep.
Matt said we're freehanding it.
Yep. Yeah, we'll give it a go. See what happens. Fucking not bad.
Not bad, you reckon? Oh, look at that.
Alright, sand that sucker.
How's that for freehand?
Can
That's
you sand
pretty
blast
good.
it?
Yeah, but you'll lose the character.
True.
Yeah, don't just be a bugger.
We're all
still be
about the
all
character, baby.
It'll still be all heavily pitted and whatnot.
Rightio, guys. So that is where to go. Oh, you've got it. Of course, he's bloody got it. Look at that, bloody ripper. That was easier than what we thought.
That was a whole. That was
10 minutes.
Yeah.
a million times easier. Than
So-
it's gonna be.
Brody's going to get this one. We're going to make one for Matt. So, but we've got to test it. We've got a good Aussie beer, Carlton Draft. It's a screw top, but we reckon we can lift it. Give it a go. Beautiful.
Good as go.
Fill her up. There you go, Aussie beer, Carlton Draft. That's beer.
He's not messing around.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Beer done.
Cool. All right, guys. Now back to the man cave. Sorry, guys, before we bloody get back to the man cave. 4.6 alcohol, and we don't have a story on the bloody bottle, but we do have one on here, on the cap, under the cap. What do we got? It's a question.
Question: was 1864 a leap year?
Yes. Yes, it
Yes,
was.
it was. In fact, it was a Friday. It was
Good
a
day.
good
How-
day for the pub, as it says.
Yep. Cool. How appropriate. All right, now get back to... Rightio, guys. So it's about 12 o'clock at night, and this is what Nay is up to in the woodshed, really. I've been out here. I'll just give you a little quick peek at the bike. Let's have a look. Would you take a look at that? I just brought her in a cup of coffee.
Oh, hello, what's going on?
I'm looking at your Jenga Extreme. Crazy. So this is all her pieces that she cuts up to then start making those lanterns. Crazy.
This is my little sweatshop.
Yes. And then, so she's not even done a whole heap of these bottle openers. Look, we haven't craned some up. We left all the pitting and that, but look at that. Geez, they come up really good. Bit of a rub and a scrub and some polish. So we're only just doing a small amount of those and keep this. These are still got to be cleaned up a little bit, and they'll get clear coated so they've still got all the rust and stuff on them. So there we go. That's what you're up to in the woodshed.
Yes.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
Rightio guys, so I've got the goanna cooker. So that was the first fire pit thing that I made, if you remember that one. Alright, so what I've done is I've grabbed the last one of Nick's beers. Now this is, hopefully this light won't blow it out, there it is. So what's that? New Glarus Brewing Company, Moon Man. Rightio, let's pop the old top off. Let's see what we get into this. Hopefully you can see that. Oh yeah, it's a nice clear. That looks like quite a light looking beer. Oh, froth up my nose. That's another spicy, but light. It is a light beer. Rightio, so I've got me bloody short lookers here and a torch. See if I can read this. So this is brewed and bottled in New Glarus, Wisconsin, employee owned. So employee brewing company. So it's Moon Man No Coast Pale Ale. Moon Man is a seriously cool cat, always comfortable in his own skin. He never tries too hard. So cool we named our No Coast Pale Ale after him. You hold a seasoned beer with a bright, bold blend of 5 hops that flirt obliquely with smooth, malty backside. Don't let this one lay around. It is brewed to be enjoyed today. Bold and engaging without pretense, because in Wisconsin you do not have to be extreme to be real. Just be. Cool. So, does it tell me? I've noticed with the US beers, they don't actually all have the alcohol content on them. So it has the Surgeon General health risks thing on it, but I can't see anywhere on this 12 fluid ounces, employee owned. Yeah, so it doesn't say how bloody how potent it is. Jeez, I tell you what, this bloody thing's putting out some heat. Oh, so there you go, Nick, mate. Cheers. Thank you very, very much. Not a bad drop. Oh man, I've got bloody hot ass. Whew. Oh. So we're getting pretty close to getting the old Virago 250 all finished and done. I reckon a couple of weeks in total, and that bike should be completed, like to the point of having it roadworthy, registered. We're most probably hopefully doing a trip maybe up to Echuca. We're thinking maybe up to Echuca, which is the Murray, people not in Australia, the Murray River, which is the river that divides New South Wales and Victoria. That's what us Victorians think, I'm sure. South Australia claims the Murray River as one of their mighty rivers or something. I'm crapping on now, guys. I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. So, once we get the Virago done, and oh, gee, bloody hell, drink out of the Stubby. I much prefer to drink out of a Stubby than out of a glass. Unless I've been on a motorcycle trip and I pull up at a bar and you go into the bar, that's when you want a nice cold pot, schooner, whichever bloody state in Australia that you're in, whatever's the going thing, you grab that and then you just bloody drink it down. There's nothing better than doing that. And I will always do that. Like, I'm normally a Jim Beam drinker. But when I get into, especially when it's hot, but whenever I do, I don't know, adventurous stuff like that, and you pull up somewhere, it's always, when you go to a pub, it's always grab a beer. I'll obviously, if we do a camp somewhere, I'll normally take Jim Beam cans with me, but it's when you go to the pub, it's just, I don't know, it's ingrained to you. You grab a beer. I never ever ask for a Jim Beam or something like that. As my first drink anyway, at least. So, saying about the Virago, so I've now got, you can't see it, it's just here, the Honda CB250. So I've got to work out what we're going to do with that. I really don't know which way I want to do with it. As in what, whether it's a cafe racer or it's going to be a scrambler or a brat bike. I think a brat bike is what I'm going to do. That's going to be the most simplest way to do the bike. If I do a scrambler, I've got to change the whole exhaust system and have it coming up high. The cafe racer, I like the idea of doing a cafe racer, but I think with this channel, with me, and what I do with motorbikes, I think the cafe racer is not really the kind of thing I would do, even though I'd like to do a cafe racer. That brings me to another bloody point. The difference between cafe racers and brat bikes and, I don't know, it's such a tiny thing. The only difference I can see between a cafe racer and a brat bike, which is what I'm thinking of doing, a brat bike, which means there's very little I have to do. It's mainly pulling off bits and pieces, a few minor changes, seat-wise and stuff like that. Really, majority of it's going to be cosmetic, I think. But with a cafe racer, it's basically at the end of the seat, they have that little cowling bit. And essentially, if you don't have that, it's not a cafe racer, but if you put that little thing on the end, it's a cafe racer. Crazy. Whereas the brat bike, it's just a straight seat there, it's just straight off. There's no the cowling, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I think now I'm talking shit, guys. I'm going to finish this beer, and yeah, so a brat bike. A brat bike is what I think. The other thing to that is, do I do it the same as what I've done with the Virago, and we sell it off really cheap to the Patreon crew guys? Do I not do that? Do I try and go, well, this other bike's coming up really good? Have I proved that I can actually do something like that and then make a decent bike that I can then sell on? Do I just try and do it up, do a video series on doing it up and then trying to flip the bike, see how much I can get for the bike? The other thing is that I think this would be a really good bike for Nay, and a little bit more versatile for Nay than what Jackie Boy the Intruder is. Like, I could even see this bike going off-road a bit, and nothing crazy, you just plain dirt roads. Nay might like that, I don't know, I have to ask her. But if she did that, we'd have to get rid of Jackie Boy. We couldn't keep the two bikes. It's just, I've got too many bikes as it is, and trying to keep them all registered and insurance and all that kind of stuff. It just it's crazy the amount of money that you've got to bloody spend to keep them on the road. Like here in Australia, in Victoria, to keep any of the bikes apart from the two Postie bikes, it's over $600 a year to keep them registered. The Postie bikes are like $350 because they're under 250 or 150cc or something like that. They drop down in price. But yeah, crazy. Alright guys, I'm just going to stop rambling now. Keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.